Alright guys, so the other day I just got done editing the travel vlog, and there was a trailer repair video in there too for fixing the trailer bunks. I had mentioned in the previous couple of videos, and I was going to fix them. I did fix them, and I filmed them. I edited the video, I got everything all set to go. And here, when I go to load it, files are corrupt. So it didn't work out, and I lost the other footage. So that was a travel vlog with a trailer bunk repair. Lost it all. So that's why you're getting this little interjection just before the Lake Vermilion tournament update, which you'll get in just a moment. Lost the travel vlog for the tournament itself and the trailer bunk repair. So just thought I'd throw that in there, so you're not wondering, you know, why I didn't do a travel vlog for this one. I did, but the files got corrupted and it didn't pan out. So that's why we're jumping to this one. So, well, here's the Lake Vermilion tournament update. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video here. So there is no video footage for the Vermilion tournament. Had some issues with the batteries, and we had some wind, rain, sleet, snow, and that started out the day. It did turn out to be a little bit better later on in the day, but you know, we took a beating. And so the problem was, you know, we got onto a couple of patterns in practice. I shouldn't say a pattern. We got on a couple of baits that were catching fish in practice, and conditions changed, and on tournament day it was different. Fish had moved, and I knew that they might, but we couldn't relocate those fish. So the baits that we were throwing in practice that were catching the fish was a jerkbait and a drop shot, and it was even a Ned style bait on a drop shot. It was just a small, it was actually a Guggen Baits rattling Ned. So there was a rattle in there too. Not sure if that was a thing or not, but it didn't catch anything during the tournament. So what we did is we went through our spots. We only had a handful of spots. So Vermilion is a new lake for me, and I've never been there before. Whenever I go to a new lake, I always do a lot of research, and I will look up maps. I will look up forums, tournament results, and you know, I'll try to figure out what it takes to win, what size of fish, and then I'll look at the maps. I'll see, okay, well, what areas do they look like they're going to be in? And so what I did is I looked at rocky areas and shallow rocky areas, because it was going to be about spawn time, or excuse me, pre-spawn when we get up there. So that's what I did. I marked a bunch of areas, and I saw big rocks and everything, but the water level was much higher, so things changed a little bit, but the rocks are still there. The boulders that I marked were still there. And you know, one of the patterns that, or I don't know if I can call it a pattern, but one of the techniques, you know, I was using to catch the fish was the jerkbait, banging it off the rocks, and then a pause, and then they take it. Well, that didn't happen at all on tournament day. Drop shot didn't work at all on tournament day. What actually ended up working, caught us a couple, so we basically just got points. But caught us a couple of fish, and it was just a small 3.3 white swim bait with on a chartreuse jig head. It doesn't have to be whatever brand. I mean, it's just that color combination worked. And then we started getting hits left and right. We started catching fish. They weren't big. They were, one was just barely a keeper. So we knew that wasn't going to be, the winning pattern. Although it was catching us fish, it was getting us in the right direction. It was getting us into a direction of catching fish anyway. And that wasn't the right direction. We were throwing tubes, Ned baits, and jerk baits. I even threw, it was vertical jigging a VMC Neon Moon Eye jig head with a fluke style bait on there, just because I could see them down there on my down imaging. I don't have forward facing sonar. I don't have any of the fancy stuff. If you guys have seen, I've got stuff that's pretty much outdated, which is fine. It works for me. So what I had done is I could see them down there, and that's kind of how we messed with them, and that's how we got a couple out deeper. But that wasn't catching them on tournament day. And what we had to do was those small swim baits. We just throw them out, drop them down, and just slowly reel them in, and let them peg off those rocks. And when they do, we just keep reeling. If we didn't feel the rocks, just let it down a little bit until you feel the rocks, and then keep going. And a lot of times when it would hit a rock or pop off, that's when we would get our bites. But so that kind of took us off of the tube bite or the jerkbait bite, and kind of put us in the wrong direction. Now, the one thing I wish I would have done a little bit more of is just covered water. That's the only thing that I wish I would have done differently. I feel like that the baits we were using were in the realm, if the fish were there, they were going to hit them. They were going to bite them. But we weren't in the area with the fish. And I just wish we would have covered more water. And, for being a new lake, Vermilion's big. You got the big west end with the largemouth, and you got the east with the bigger smallmouth. And I knew that was going to be the ticket. That was going to be the way to win, to get the bigger smallmouth. And I think there was only a few largemouth that were weighed in, but I'm not even sure who went out west. I don't even know. I wasn't even going to do it because it could take you an hour to get out there, an hour to get back, and depends on, you got to have spots out there. And so I just wish I would have covered more water, and there's always next time. So it's a new lake. We're fishing against some of the best guys in Minnesota. So I have no regrets. I practiced hard. I tried to figure things out, and I studied hard. The maps and stuff. So I have no regrets. It just wasn't our day. Some days you're just going to get beat. The only thing you can do is pick yourself up, dust off, and move on to the next one. And just keep working harder. And that's all you can do. You're going to have really bad days, and you're going to have days where you don't catch them. You're going to have days where you can catch them all day long without even breathing. You just drop down there. It's just like they're on there. It feels like they're going to jump in the boat. But then you're going to have those bad days. And all you do is just get up and move on. And learn from, your bad days too. Because every time you have a bad day, it's telling you something. It's giving you hints of, hey, maybe you should have done this, you should have done that. Or, maybe it's trying to teach you patience. And for me, it was trying to teach me cover water, and I could have messed around with a little bit more baits too. Maybe, I don't know, I feel like I had about 10 rods on the deck. So I'm sure there's probably guys who maybe had more, guys that probably only had two rods on the deck. They had it figured out beforehand, and that's fine. There's a lot of guys that got a lot of experience up there, and like I said, we're going against some of the best in Minnesota, I feel like. And so just to be going up against those guys and fishing against them, it's an honor, because I feel like what I believe is you get better at fishing with or against guys that are better than you, because then you push yourself to become better, and you try to do things, you push yourself to do different things to try to put yourself in a place to win. And that's all, that's what it takes. And you know, you're gonna have your good days, you're gonna have your bad days. All you got to do is just move on from there. But all in all, yeah, we went to the weigh-in with 2 fish. So I mean, it wasn't good. But the thing is, you know, we didn't stay in one spot, and we covered some water. We went out deep because we found some out deep. You know, found a school out deep, and then we found, you know, some up shallow. Of course, all the fish, everything changed a little bit on, you know, on tournament day. But you know, it brought in 2 fish to the weigh-in. Hey, you know what? That's points. If you bring in 0 fish, you get 0 points. So we finished way down there, and we pretty much put ourselves in a pretty deep hole. The only way to get back into this, I don't know if we can get back into this, but we need to win one. We need to actually, we need to take first and win a tournament so we can get to the Team of the Year championship. Otherwise, we won't make it. We may not make it in there. We're gonna have to really work our butts off, and, you know, and try to get there. But hey, it's the first tournament of the year, and, you know, we took a real digger on this one, and all you can do is just move on and get better. Yeah, and, you know, figure things out and learn from it. That's about all you can do. I don't have any of my stuff out to that I used that day. I've already been kind of messing around some things, trying to get ready for the next tournament, and that's going to be in Leech Lake. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. But you know, Leech Lake sets up how I like to fish, and, you know, we're going to be there probably, I don't know what the water temp is going to be like. I don't know where we're going to be at. Probably post spawn. It'll probably end up being post spawn, which is going to be a little bit tougher a time. But, you know, Leech Lake sets up for how I like to fish. So I'm looking at that to be my redemption here. And, you know, like I said, just gotta keep pushing forward. So I want to thank you guys for watching, you know, and do me a huge favor, subscribe, help me out, and, you know, I'm going to keep this stuff rolling. I'm sorry I don't have any footage for this Vermilion tournament. You know, I had some issues out there, and, you know, we really didn't catch much anyways. So, but yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching, and, you know, we'll catch you on the next one.